Ortodóntica Podcast.
Hola a todos, bienvenidos a su nuevo podcast musical favorito, donde la idea es que usted, personita que está en casa, pues conozca música nueva a través de invitados muy especiales que vamos a estar teniendo en cada episodio, platicar de música nueva, lanzamientos, tendencias musicales y todo lo relacionado a la música para que usted esté actualizado lo más posible. Hoy en día tenemos invitados muy especiales. Tenemos a LANY, it's a big band, very loved band here in Mexico. Paul, Jake, how are you? How are you feeling? Welcome.
Thanks for having us. What's up?
How are you feeling? How's your Spanish?
It's not very good, unfortunately.
Poquito. I saw you took some classes in an MTV video. I saw the video like 2 days ago.
That's true.
And you learned some words there.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think I forgot all of them.
It's no problem. I know you didn't understand any I just said, right?
No, but it sounded nice.
Beautiful language. It's a
It
beautiful
was
language.
all flowers to you.
Thank you. Thanks. Yeah, thanks.
Well, you're having a new upcoming album later this year in September, if I'm right.
September 29th.
Yes. How are you feeling? What are the expectations? You're here in Mexico. Related to the listening party for the album, are you excited?
Yes.
How you feel about the new album?
Yeah. We're down here in Mexico doing some promo for the album. We're not doing this in every country, so we obviously love Mexico and we believe in the future of this band here, and we're so excited. Not every band gets to make an album. This is our 5th album, so we're like very grateful. We feel so lucky and honored to still be able to be in this band and make music. We've poured our heart and soul. I think we probably spent thousands of hours making it, and now it's time to introduce it to the world, and it's exciting times. Love at First Fight's been out for almost a month, and we're about to drop another single this Friday called Alonica, and it's an incredibly special song. I view it as the foundation of which the album was built upon. It's very special, it's very important, and we're excited to give it to everybody.
Amazing. The new single is the one you played at the end of the video.
That's right.
Okay,
Oh,
that was a
very
tease.
nice.
Yes, sir.
Nice.
Yes.
I did my homework.
Yeah, and one thing that we're doing for the first time on this album with the music videos is tying them all together, which has been a really challenging but rewarding experience. It's really cool to connect, and I think, our fans really appreciate when we go the extra mile. I think anyone does when you go the extra mile, and so yeah, we're digging deep creatively and trying to come up with the best ideas for everything.
Amazing. I think it's amazing idea to tie up all the videos to see like a full movie.
Pretty much.
To say, how many, if you can say also, how many videos, maybe singles are we having, or is that possible?
So we filmed 3 so far.
Okay.
And we're working on what we call treatments, or writing the script for the next 1 or 2 at least. So
amazing. So you have a lot of work to do.
yeah, we do. So we need to wrap this up quick. I'm just kidding. Come on, I'm kidding.
Amazing. I was just looking at some of your interviews recently, and I saw one that caught my attention, which was with Apple. Well, it was not an interview. It was actually a talk between the two of you.
Yeah.
It was nice, and you were referencing in that video Lil Yachty's new album, Let's Start Here.
Yep.
And I think that was interesting. I didn't expect to hear that name in that video. So I would like to talk with you about your inspiration. Did you took some inspirations from Lil Yachty's new album?
Definitely. Yeah, he dropped that album seemingly out of nowhere, and I remember turning it on and just falling in love with it immediately. I thought it was so cool and fresh, and Jake felt the same way. And one thing we loved about it were the way the drums sat in the mix and how they were treated, and it was so awesome for him to drop that album while we were making ours, because it was a great motivation, it was great inspiration, it was a good reminder to keep pushing and trying everything, and thinking outside of the box, and another artist like that for us was and is Fred again. Everyone is so awesome. Everyone's so good and talented, and yeah, we just are kind of inspired by everybody. But those two in particular were kind of our heroes.
It was like really bold choices. Like it feels like they stepped in with like no fear. Just like we're just gonna create what we want to create, and we're gonna go as far as we want to with it, and it like really inspired us.
Amazing. And these are two completely different styles of music.
Totally.
Fred again is electronic EDM, and well, Jill Yachty is actually hip hop rap, but in this new album he explored psychedelic rock,
definitely.
Tame Impala vibes, some crazy stuff in there. Will you say your new album comes a little bit far in experimentation, like these albums did for those artists?
I think there's quite a bit of that showcased on this album. I mean, Love at First Fight is really guitar heavy, very guitar forward. People are, very used to us playing some lush synths with a melody, and I think right off the bat we did shock some people, and that's what we wanted to do. I mean, we don't ever want to make the same album twice, and so far we haven't. And but then you have a song like Alonica that has a few more familiar elements. We've been trying to find this perfect balance between fresh and familiar on this album, and Alonica might feel a little more familiar to people, but at the same time, I'm playing a whirly. I've never played a whirly on a LANY song. We've played like Rhodes, and there's been some 80s electric piano sounds, but we've never actually recorded a whirly. And then there's a song called Saturday Night, 3:22 a.m. that, I don't know, how would you describe that? Feels pretty like out of left field for us.
Yeah.
That might be the most heavily inspired by Fred.
Yeah.
And then we've got a song called Double XL that feels like our Mr. Brightside. So we were kind of all over the place. But it all makes sense, like when you put together a mood board, like let's say you're putting together a mood board on Pinterest or actually on your wall, there's so many elements that if you take apart, don't match. But all together, it makes this like kind of beautiful, harmonious picture and vibe and feeling, and I think that's what this album has.
I feel like our range has really just widened a lot on this one. It's really fun.
Amazing. It sounds amazing. The last single, Love at First Fight, which when I saw it for the first time, I misread it, and I read Love at First Sight, which is there are a lot of songs with that name, but then I saw the fight and I say what it's a song, I understand, like a very intense love between two people, and fights and love and kisses.
Yeah.
Where does that inspiration from that specifically song came from? Was that an personal experience, or from another one?
Sure. Yeah, I mean, I think like if you've been alive long enough on planet Earth, you've gotten into an argument with someone that you love. And, I think the way that you argue is very telling on how healthy the relationship is, if it's going to work out, if it's sustainable. You've got to be able to learn how to argue well. And you also fight for the things that you love. So I just thought that was an interesting take on the lyrics. And then for the sound and the sonics of the song, we were inspired by the Tony Hawk Pro Skater soundtrack, the OG, and we wanted it to feel a little bit like that, and early Chili Peppers guitar tone.
Amazing. Chili Peppers, Tony Hawk. That sounds crazy. Actually, about the song, in the song, Love at First Sight, something I noticed, I the first time I listened in my computer YouTube video, but then I put it on my headphones, and I noticed something in the production that I quite love. It was like an orgasm for me. Both guitars, separated.
Pans super left
and
right.
Yeah. Sounds amazing.
Thank you.
I mean, I think it's very important when the experience changes when someone puts the headphones on.
Yeah.
I think from you it's very important because I feel like you care
Yes.
for what the listeners are looking for and are listening to. So the production came from you. You're working in production alone. Are you working with someone else?
Yeah. I was hoping that more people would appreciate that sort of thing that you just talked about. So thank you for bringing that up. We work alongside Mike Crossy, who produced this album with us top to bottom. Every second of making this album was the three of us, and yeah, there are a ton of meticulous details, like you mentioned, all throughout this album that I hope people appreciate and recognize, and they don't sleep on that kind of detail, because I think it's the details like that that allow songs to really live forever and elongate the shelf life of song.
Yeah, and we love surrounding ourselves with people that have that much care and thought into it. And Mike, our producer, is just a sonic genius that can bring those kind of panning situations with guitars. He just knows the world so well and knows how to make it a really special listening experience. And so
it's amazing. Actually, because the song starts with a acoustic guitar and then the electric guitars come on.
Yeah.
It's like it's like an orgasm. It's beautiful.
That chorus jumps off the page.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's amazing, and also the song in general is amazing.
Thanks.
You just mentioned music that lasts through the whole time. I would like to get into some recommendations, which will be an album that you will say you can live without, that you're always listening, that you're always recommending to everyone, whatever it can be in any genre, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I'd say Continuum by John Mayer.
Amazing.
I knew it when it came out, and I know it now, like 15 or so years later. I think that's one of the most perfect albums. So much incredible detail on that album. We even talk about how the sizzle ride sounds on Gravity.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you're talking about a cymbal on a song, that's crazy. That'd probably be mine.
yeah, good question. I'd probably say Joshua Tree by U2.
Okay.
I think that'll last forever.
For any specific reason?
I think the feeling of the entire record and just the songs, it just can connect globally with all walks of life across the world. And yeah, and my favorite song in the world is on that record called Where the Streets Have No Name. And so I think that record would be my choice.
Amazing song.
Yeah, I actually think, and I would say my favorite album by Coldplay is Ghost Stories. I think that album to me is slept on like crazy, but I don't skip a single song on that album.
Very underrated album.
Yeah.
Actually, I think half the world sleep on that album just because it was a little bit different. I think maybe from the usual sound that Coldplay was.
We started this band around the time that they put that out, and that song Magic informed so much of our early decisions.
I was about to say that record really, that's when we started, so that really helped us become a band.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know that. This is amazing to know. So
Yeah.
Coldplay, thank you Coldplay.
Thank
Yes.
you. Coldplay.
Thank you Coldplay. They gave like 20 concerts here in Mexico.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Other 20 in Argentina. They are crazy.
We hope to do the same.
Yeah.
You will. I'm sure you will.
Thank you.
The Mexican people, it's amazing. It's just a matter of keep coming, and they will be. You will be reaching Estadio Azteca, Foro Sol, I'm sure. Your music really connects with people. So talking about Mexican people, I have a random question for you. It's kinda crazy, but if all the countries in the world were one LANY song, each one, which song will Mexico be?
That's a great song. Or a great question.
I know.
Great question.
Take your time.
I think I know what I would say.
What
We have a song called "You" on Mama's Boy, and that song is really big, and I feel like Mexican people have really big personalities and really big hearts and like a lot of love and energy to give, which I love. I appreciate that. And even when we were like working and writing that song, I envisioned that song connecting in places more like Mexico and people that appreciate like a really big traditional chorus. You know what I mean?
I would say that one. And there's a new one coming out for our new record.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if I
Spoiler.
should say it.
Yeah.
It's a song called Double XL.
Okay.
Like We Love You big time.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
a lot of energy, a lot of love. That's what we feel when we come here. So
And that was actually my other question. How do you feel when you come? What Mexico makes you feel? I think, and I know many people agree with me. I think we are the best crowd in the world.
You are definitely up there.
Mexican people is crazy in the concerts. The energy is amazing. Not only for the band, in the public, in the crowd. The energy you feel especially with the bands that we love, that come a lot. It's amazing.
Cool.
So I think it's great for you to make that connection with your songs. We're gonna put that in the video also
Cool.
for the people to listen to songs.
Great.
Listen to LANY, please.
Yeah,
Another random question. I'm just have crazy questions today.
Love it.
If the aliens invaded Earth tomorrow, which will be the first LANY song you will show to them?
Trying to think. Are they our friends or they our enemies?
Oh, that's okay.
Like, are we like
We're
listen
having
to the
bullets
song?
back.
Don't kill me. Just listen.
Okay.
Or is
okay.
it like they've come and they're like, hey, there's so many of us out there that could be potential fans, and we want to bring them a song.
Let's imagine that you have to save the world from the audience, and the only way is that you show them your best LANY song, and you have to make them go away with that song. Like, okay, you're great, crazy people, we're going out, and they go.
Oh God. Well, I think like our most important song, we wouldn't be here today without "I Love You So Bad." You know, that was the third song we wrote and recorded as a band. It still holds up to this day. We're so lucky to have that. That song feels like it was given to us from maybe aliens, maybe God. So we play that song. I think I'd play that
I
song.
think it'd be that one.
Yeah.
Is that your favorite song to play live, or do you have any other ones?
Lots of them.
A lot of fun ones. I love to play. Yeah, I love playing all of them.
Of course. But there must be one.
Most recently, our song "Congrats."
Uh-huh.
That one's been really fun to see how it reacts with fans, and people love that one.
Yeah.
And so that one's just really fun to play.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Personally, coming back to the aliens, I will show them Malibu Nights.
Thank you.
Awesome.
You think
man.
you think it'd soften their hearts,
Dun, dun, dun. Man.
or just put them to sleep?
No. I think they will say, amazing, your art is amazing. Your word of not being destroyed, we're going.
Right. We'd be like, thank you guys so much.
Thank you, God.
Yeah. God
We
bless.
live. We're going to conquer another planet that doesn't have LANY in their planet.
Dude, that would be tight.
Imagine there are planets that doesn't have LANY, so
Yeah, that's true.
it's a shame. So going back to the live song. Oh no, already discussed this. Let's talk about a bit more recommendations of 2023. What would you say is your favorite song of 2023 so far?
Dang.
Yeah, can we look at our phones?
Yeah,
phones?
please.
Let's see here.
If we can see you on repeat, it will be amazing too.
It's on repeat. Oh.
Gosh, dude. Let's see here. Oh yeah, I would say mine's "The Ride" by Lil Yachty. off his new record.
Yeah, did that come out this year?
That's 2022, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Great album, Calico by Ryan Beatty came out.
Mm-hmm.
That album is good. Bruises Off the Peach is a great song. Yeah, I'll go with that. I'm trying to think what else.
Personally, I don't know if you have. I'm sure you have.
Love at First Fight, obviously.
Obviously, but that's out of the question. But Jessie Ware.
Jessie Ware?
Jessie Ware.
Okay.
Begin Again. Have you listened? Well, I don't know if you have listened to the record.
No.
Okay, Jessie Ware just put out an amazing record. It's a pop album. Well, you could say it's disco pop or pop infused with disco, but it's amazing. And that song specifically, Begin Again, for me is one of the best songs in 2023.
Okay.
It has a vibe to Brazilian inspiration on the 70s with pop, disco, and big vocals and a lot of instruments. I really recommend for you not only the song, also the album.
The album?
I think it also.
We'll listen in the car right after this.
Yes, it's amazing. It's called That Feels Good. The album. Let me just check.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Also, I don't know if you listen to Slow Thai.
Slow Thai.
New album.
Okay, cool.
It's no.
When did that come out?
Some recommended Slow Thai. I think it was March. It was early in the year.
Gosh, year's kind of flying by.
Actually, it was kinda like a change, similar to Lil Yachty's, because he's more like a rapper also. But on this album, he made some punk. He had a punk and rock and sounds crazy. It's just this one. It's called Ugly.
Okay, cool.
Nice.
Ugly. It's
Love that.
And talking about all these artists, obviously brings up the questions. Is there any artist you wanna collaborate, dream collab you have right now? I don't know, maybe in a song. Do you have anyone? Do you wanna collab?
Like probably. But I feel like we don't ever. All of our albums so far have just been us, you know.
Yes.
But I think somebody like Ed Sheeran is one of the greatest songwriters alive. Would be really sick to get in a room with him and just write a song and see what happens. We would probably then go take the song if it was any good, which it probably would be if Ed wrote on it, and we'd go and make it sound like us. Is anyone?
Yeah, I'd say if Ed gave us a ring, we would gladly
Ed Sheeran,
say
please.
Yeah.
Hey Ed, we love you.
So now, going back to the Mexican people, I was asking you outside the record. Do you know any Mexican music artists that you mentioned? Maybe. Whatever?
Yeah, we met Bruises. Last year when we were playing here. She's so nice.
Hmm.
And was real cool. She came to our show and stuff. We had another guy open for us named Pony.
What would you say? This is a hard question. Okay. What would you say? It's different. We're gonna go 2 questions. What is your favorite LANY album? Favorite, not the best. Favorite, which is different.
Well, I'm just gonna say this one that we're putting out right now.
Okay.
It's completely consumed us, and when you work as hard and as long on something like that, it's hard for it not to be your current favorite.
Yeah.
So we always give our best, and that's the same with this album. We pushed ourselves. We've asked a bunch of tough questions, and I feel like what we've walked out of the studio with after about probably 10,000 hours in there or whatever, 2,000 hours is, I think that's really amazing. I think we'll get to the end of our lives and we'll be proud of all of our albums, but this one in particular.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with the one coming out.
Okay. And would you say this is the best album?
I hope so.
Okay.
I really hope so.
I think it will be.
Yeah.
I think it will be. just for one single, I can tell.
Okay.
No, thank you.
Thank you.
It's you can notice the energy you're putting in the song. The production is amazing,
Thank you.
and how the evolution of the band has been throughout the years. It's great. Let's just hope, and I'm sure it will be. The album will be well received here in Mexico.
Yeah.
I'm sure of that. Just to maybe close up the interview, what would you say? I have this is a curiosity about me. I love making playlists.
Okay.
I don't know. Do you like making
Yeah, of
playlists?
course.
Dude, yeah.
Okay. Do you? I noticed you don't have playlists in your LANY Spotify profile. So
we can fix that.
yeah.
Yeah, we
We used
should.
to-
I would
Yeah.
love to know. Well, I think it's great for you to share all the music. Not obviously your music, but all the inspirations, all the music you listen
I
to.
agree.
You can just add it there in Spotify. My playlist, LANY's playlist. So I love doing playlists too. I have this one, which is kind of funny. I love to make funny situations in the. Can you understand what it says?
Hana, is that 4?
It's like it will be like
imagination,
Mhm.
life and video, or what is life? Wait, imaginando is imagination, or
imagine
Imagine what life.
imagining.
what your life is like in video.
Yes,
In a music video?
Yes,
Where your life is
it's
in a
like
movie?
like you see in the cover.
Mhm.
Joker?
Yes, Joker. It means to lean your face in the bus window like that,
Okay.
and
Imagine
imagine
your
your
life in a
life
video.
is a video. So
Okay.
Gotcha.
it's kind of a sad playlist. It's actually kind of sad.
Cool.
Lots of folk, very acoustic. So I would like you to help me.
Sparks.
Sparks, it's amazing.
Yeah.
I would like you to help me with 2 songs each one. One song from LANY that you will add to the playlist, and one song not from LANY that you will add to the playlist. I think that will be awesome.
We got you.
Okay.
Whatever comes to your mind.
So we'll have to add love at first fight. Which one do you want, hopeless or not?
Hopeless.
Okay.
Hopeless.
Okay. Do we add that now?
Yes, please. Please.
Yes, sir.
Of course, sir.
So we're gonna add that.
Both versions are amazing, by the way.
Thank you.
Thank you.
What made you create a different version for the same song? Did you already have recorded the 2 versions before, or
No, we got asked to do like a stripped performance of the song at this place called Vivo. I can't find, but and then we'll just tell you the other song. We were asked to perform at Vivo, a stripped version, and we came up with an arrangement that we were like really kind of like surprised by, or we really liked it more than we thought we would. And so we're like, let's just spend a day or 2 in the studio and record it, and we did. And I'm glad we did. As you know, we're actually an independent band now. We haven't really talked about that much, but
okay?
we signed a 4-album deal with Universal back in the day, and we loved our time at Universal. We gave them 4 albums. When it was time to re-sign, we just decided to maybe do it on our own, and that's provided a lot of room for flexibility and also creativity to, like, anytime we have a quick idea and we want to move on it, we can, and don't really have to run it by anybody. We just do it ourselves, and it's been really, it's a lot of extra work on our team and on our plate, but it's really rewarding and satisfying. And when you have an idea like the hopeless version for Love First Fight, let's just do it. I made some album artwork real quick with our girl Rach and threw it up on Spotify, and I think it's really fun.
There we go.
And we haven't seen a lot of our favorite bands do stuff like that, and you know, we want to be the band that does that, always puts out cool stuff for our fans, and that's what it's all about, right?
Of course, I didn't know you the change from the Universal to.
Oh yeah,
It's amazing.
Yeah.
It adds more value already to all the production you're giving to the
thanks.
videos.
Oh yeah, thank you. Yeah, we
everything.
were doing it all ourselves.
Amazing. That's amazing.
Yeah,
Very intentional.
Yes. But I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy to know that Also to inspire also the artists
Totally.
to try different things.
Mhm.
Okay, that all makes sense. Right?
Cool.
Anyone you want to add to the playlist?
Yeah.
Ooh,
That-
let's see here.
I had one, but
They weren't on there.
He Gets Me So High by Biba Doobie. I feel like that is a good one to just put your head against the window and if you want, but he might have some better ideas. I was just looking through
We'll go
them.
with that.
Viva Dubi is amazing.
Yeah.
Viva Dubi has a song in her last album. I don't remember, but it's like it has some bossa nova vibes on it.
Cool.
It's amazing. Let me just check later the name because I don't remember. But do you usually share music between you two?
Oh, yeah.
Listen to this, listen to that.
Definitely.
Would you say you have the same? You like the same style of music, the same genres, or do you
Both.
have?
Both
Yeah,
like the
both.
same, both like a lot of different stuff.
Yeah.
Okay,
Jake's been really cool. Like he's shown me a lot of stuff I didn't know before, like, especially some older stuff, like some bands that I need to be more familiar with, you know. And there's a lot to learn from, a lot to be inspired by.
amazing.
And he's taught me a lot about like pop sensibility in writing. Because I grew up listening to Pearl Jam and Chili Peppers were sometimes like, I have no idea what they're saying, but the music sounds sick. So I like music focused stuff a lot. That's a little wackier. But yeah, it's fun to share stuff and that we come from different places,
It's
which is what makes it our band.
That's right.
amazing. For example, how did you came to Lil Yachty's new album? Did you?
I think I just saw people talking about
Yes,
it.
I
It was
saw
crazy.
Questlove write about it, and I was
Okay.
like, "Whoa!" Because Questlove's a legend.
Yes.
I don't know if you know Questlove,
Yes.
drummer for the
Yes.
Roots, and just how he wrote about it, how he described it, I was like, "Wow, I gotta check this out." And then I listened to it, I was like,
Mm.
I was floored.
It was crazy because he was coming from a rundown from albums that maybe they weren't being that successful, and from nowhere he dropped this thing. There's production from Mac DeMarco,
Yeah.
Magdalena Bay. I don't know if you know Magdalena Bay.
I don't know them.
Magdalena Bay. I can just show you. Magdalena Bay is synth pop, electro
Okay.
pop
Cool.
duo, but they are growing a lot right now. You should check them out. Just let me. But so you came out to the album from different ways. Or
Yeah, I
you
think we
didn't-
actually did. He would,
so.
I think we both walked into the room and we're both like, "Have you heard this Lil Yachty album?" We
Blew
hadn't
my
even
mind.
talked about it. Yeah,
Amazing.
yeah.
Well, it's crazy when you collide with your friends. Like, well, have you listened to this? It's crazy.
Yeah.
I also have a group on WhatsApp with my musical friends.
Yeah.
And they were like, dude, you gotta listen to this new Lil Yachty. It's crazy he did. So I think it's amazing how the music can connect people,
Yeah.
right?
It's cool too because I feel like that really elevated. Because I'm so glad it came out when it did because we weren't done with the record. So we got in the studio and pushed harder. And I remember we've seen an interview with Brandon Flowers talking about, I think a Strokes record came out while they were making one of their records. And they heard that record and they like scrapped a bunch of stuff and restarted it because they're like, that record's so good. We got to make ours better than it is. So it's like cool when bands just make you better, how great they are.
Apparently,
Cool.
Pink Floyd. I don't know. I don't remember which album, but Sgt. Pepper's came out when they were making whatever their album was, and they threw their whole album away and started over because Sgt. Pepper's was so good. So that's tight.
It's crazy. And now we know for you it was Coldplay. Now,
Yeah. I mean that
Very
album.
beginning,
Yeah,
yeah.
very beginning, 100%.
Amazing. This is Magdalena Bay. I was talking to you.
Cool.
Synth pop, electro pop,
Great.
crazy stuff. Sometimes they were just in Coachella.
Okay.
Yeah, so crazy. You should check them out.
Will.
That's we were talking about Beatles. Do you remember what was the first record you bought with your own money? Do you know your first CD maybe or
Might
vinyl?
have honestly been Room for Squares by John Mayer.
John Mayer.
Yeah.
John Mayer's crazy.
Yeah.
I think mine was By the Way by the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
CD
CD.
for you too, right? CD was crazy. Amazing, guys. But well, we're running out of time.
Okay.
Would you like to add something to your fans? The album makes
Guys, Zero's the man.
Zero.
Thanks for having us, dude. Mexico, we love you so much everywhere. Not just Mexico City, Monterrey, and Guadalajara, and wherever else we get to go. Thanks for being so nice to us. You guys are so welcoming, and ever since we came here for the first time, we always just keep wanting to come back. So thanks for the love, and hopefully we don't let you down with the album, and hopefully you find something on there you like.
Thanks for sharing the music as well.
Yeah.
Thanks.
God
Check out the
bless.
new bands.
We can check them out outside if you want. Thank you for your music, for your passionate project, for all the love you put into the music, for your recommendations. It's great to open with people and share music. It's also, I think it's nice for your fans to know what other music do you listen to. I'm sure they know, but well, if there was anyone that didn't know, now they know. If there was anyone that didn't know LANY, please listen to LANY. LANY is amazing. Upcoming new album, September. Thank you guys. Y pues nada, nos estamos viendo en el siguiente episodio. Gracias.
Gracias.
Te amo.
mucho.